What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Beck Easy.
Hi, everybody. It's your girl, Johan.
Hey, y'all. Hey, it's
It's
Danny.
the Bob.
Hey, guys. It's Trell, and this is
The team.
We're Bizak.
We are back. Took a nice little much needed break, and we are back with someone that is not new to the welcome table. Introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Dr. Samantha.
It's been an upgrade.
Right.
Upgrade since
Try to
the
let me
episode
upgrade
47.
ya.
Okay.
definitely an upgrade.
Yes, thank you for coming. If you don't remember, episode 47 was our therapy episode with Dr. Samantha Smalls.
Yes, do better.
She got some extra letters behind that. I hear that. Are you excited?
Doctor.
How do you feel being a doctor now?
It's weird because when people be like, Dr. Smalls, I'm like, I'm
Who
just
that?
sitting there.
Who that?
I won't look. I'm like, I don't know who Dr. Smalls is.
It's me.
But
Say it's me,
it's,
sis.
It's me. It's
It's
great to
me.
be done and out here in these streets.
Yes.
Walk in your
know
calling, sis.
You know we love
Walk
it.
in
it,
Walk in it.
Birds.
Yes, we absolutely
In
are.
unison.
We thank you so much for coming today. We are doing a follow-up of our episode to see how we're doing, how we gotten better, what else we still need to work on a little bit. I kind of backtracked this weekend, I think. But we'll talk. We'll talk.
Oh my good look.
How was everybody's weekend? How was everybody's weekend?
Our
all
weekend
had the
was the
same
same
weekend.
weekend.
I know.
It
We had
usually
a
works that
photo
way.
shoot with our bro Latif of the
Mhm.
Rhythm and Brews podcast.
Yeah, shout
He
out to
asked us to
him.
be a part of his natural calendar that he does every year.
So look out for that.
Yes.
We celebrated our brown sister on Friday.
Yes.
Our loyal listener, Renee,
Shout
Yes,
out to
that was
Nate.
a really
Trackhouse
great time.
CEO.
Yes, wonderful brunch at Grill 2 CT.
Yeah.
It was in regulation, phase 2 regulations.
Mhm.
You know, I've been on it. I've been watching the governor
Right.
at Lamont.
I get to dress up and go eat.
It's
It's always
a
a good
vibe.
time. It's always a good time.
But it was so beautiful. And I
Yes.
walked away from it like, I need to really celebrate my brown more. And what was really touching for me is that she wrote everybody individual
Yeah.
letters.
I know. I love that.
I
part.
was like, oh my God, like
It
this
was
is
so cute.
amazing.
Mhm.
I
was like,
kind
let
of
me not read
skimmed it while I was there, but I actually read it yesterday.
Yeah,
I know.
because
At
I was
first
like, I'm
I-
not reading this here because I've been crying about everything.
I know. At first, I thought it was like a general
Me
like,
too,
thing,
until I
and then
saw
she
my
just
name.
put custom names.
Right.
Custom names. What everybody's
right.
name.
Yeah.
But then as soon as I read the first line, I'm like, why am I emotional?
See, I knew it. I was like, let me
Right.
not even read it now.
It was
But
a
yeah.
great start to the weekend.
It was.
Shout out to
It
the Duce
was.
Wall that I couldn't participate in, but
Well, I didn't
it was
either.
mad cute.
It was a busy weekend, but it didn't feel like
Right.
stressful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It felt like our old life.
Yeah.
But it was stuff that we like, not to say that there was stuff we were doing before that we absolutely did not want to do, but it was more so like stuff we wanted to do.
Participate in.
And
right.
it was
It
just
wasn't a pull.
easy and
Right.
like free flowing. It wasn't like too just chaotic
Right.
and busy.
Yeah,
That's
I was
true.
cleaning out my car. I said, yeah, it looked like I had a busy weekend. Had
Yes.
shoes and coats and everything else out the car.
That's what
That's
my
how
apartment
you
look
know.
like right now.
Yeah. And then my baby shower was 2 weeks ago. I got a lot of
Mhm.
stuff for the baby, just going through all that stuff.
And it came out
I
really
got some
nice.
time.
Mhm.
Yeah, it did. I was sad at first because I was originally having a regular baby shower, but with COVID, everything I did drive by. But we had like 90 people to pull up.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
We
was
should
a
have
good
just had a
time.
block party. Jasmine was
Right,
like, y'all
right.
should have just had a block party.
It was
I'm
still
like, "You're right."
successful. Still
Because honestly,
beautiful.
we did have the whole block.
Regardless, she was still blessed.
and it was a
right.
nice day.
Yes.
Because
Right.
originally, I think it was supposed to rain. Or
Yes.
something.
Yep. And then it stopped. I'm extremely blessed. So,
Yeah.
Mhm.
but that's about it.
So it's been a good 2 weeks.
It has. We've been
Samantha,
busy.
what about you?
Child, I'm like, what? I'm sitting here like, what did I do this weekend? I had a great date night with my husband.
Aw.
Aw,
yesterday.
y'all so cute.
So that was awesome.
Yo Ranyo was on our Black Men's Mental Health.
Mhm.
That's her
Yes,
husband.
Yeah.
That's cute. Date
Teamwork
night.
make the dream work.
Okay.
You guys been married?
We've been married. Ooh, let me get this right. We've been married.
Right, because it's on camera.
8 years.
Wow.
Still
Yes.
doing the dating. You're still dating. I love it.
I do too.
Yeah.
We love to hear happy stuff
too.
like that.
What did you guys do, if you don't mind sharing?
Nosy.
Well, we love to eat. So we went to a Japanese restaurant, had
Nice.
ramen, and then we went to Barcelona's in West Hartford, and we sat
Okay.
outside under the heat lanterns
Nice.
and, had drinks and talked. And it was
Vibes.
really good.
That's nice.
I love
People
it.
watch.
Yes. People watching is very
Right.
fun.
I love people watching.
That's what's up. I love it. I
Yeah,
love
that's
it.
amazing.
Joe, you got a line for
I
us? this
do
week?
have a line. So my line is, you're so controlling. You say that you love me, but you don't. Your family told me one day I would see it on my own. Next thing I know, I am dealing with your 3 kids in my home. Love is so blind and it feels right, but it's so wrong.
I know what this is,
Me
yo.
too.
Isn't that Beyonce?
Yes.
Okay.
What song is it?
Is it
Is it
me,
Me,
myself, and I?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
I'm like, okay, the 3 kids in my home.
Right.
Like,
At first, in my mind, I'm like, girl, is that the name of the song? Is it called Girl?
Right,
Yeah.
right.
That's what
with
was in my
Kelly.
mind
song.
at first, but then as I'm listening, I'm like,
I think I did that song before. I
Yeah.
love that's like one of my favorite
With Kelly,
Destiny
yeah.
Child
I
songs.
wouldn't have got that.
With
Because I'm
Kelly
like, I
was
know it's an R&B song. I was like,
Diddy only knows the rap
You sit this one
song.
out.
She really do. Because yesterday we all drove together to the photo shoot and she had a playlist playing and a song came on. I'm like, oh, this is my song. And then she turned
you
it.
didn't say it out loud.
and then she
I'm
went to the
like,
next one. And I'm in the backseat like, okay.
like, damn, that was a
cool.
good one.
And then she changed that one too. I'm like, okay.
I was like, you the driver. It's all right. Whatever you want to listen to.
Nah, no softies. I do not play R&B in my car. Lately, I found whose radio is it? Janae Aiko or her?
You said
her.
you've been on the R&B wave.
Right.
lately.
So lately, I played her. I have her tunes. I have her radio playing. So I'm like, okay, let me give this a try.
yeah.
I like
Yeah.
that. I be
AJ
like, how old is he? Because I don't feel right, you know.
And he
Listen
plays.
to it, right?
He plays in her
AJ likes
radio.
him.
So I've been trying to switch it up because I don't want to be so hardcore.
I'm laughing.
So
I'm so done. So yeah, that was good. We've been doing good this year with the drop that lines.
And that was a long one. You actually gave us
It was.
more to work with.
Yeah, more
Thank you. I
meat.
appreciate that.
Simmer down.
She said,
What hot
humble
topics
yourself.
What hot topics we talking
Right. So today, you know that voting is
about? Yeah.
that we're at
Today.
the wire. We're down to the wire.
Yes.
When you guys hear this, you guys should be at the polls.
Hopefully in the line with this
Right.
in your ears.
Yeah.
Entertainment.
Right. So we're going to talk about voting.
And please, please, please go out and vote. It's very important. I know I've been seeing a lot on social media of, oh, well, you know, I don't like either candidates and our vote doesn't really matter. Just if it don't matter, just do it anyway. Just
Right.
because.
We
And
need
one of
you.
them,
Honestly,
one of them is
can't
going to
hurt.
be your president.
Right.
So.
Right.
Regardless
It can't
of which,
hurt.
right. Regardless if you go or not, one of them is going to be the president. So, you know.
So you might as well try your
Right.
hand.
The lesser of two evils. That's
Yeah.
basically what everything is about
Every
in the
year
world.
it's like that.
The lesser of two evils.
We were
Samantha?
saying that, remember, when we had the last election in 2016, we were saying the lesser of two evils. But honestly, I feel like this is worse. Like, we were really talking
Right.
about the lesser of
Right,
two
right,
evils.
right. This is
We got the
best.
evil.
But I don't even know why. Like, I get it, why it was such a big thing. Like, but I feel like y'all should have gave Hillary a try. Y'all should
Yeah.
have gave Hillary
It
a
would
try
have been
because
nice to see.
he wasn't even a politician. He's not a politician.
Right.
He was like a New York socialite, a businessman. Why would you guys ever think that he could run your country?
And he
Right.
was shiesty in business.
Right.
Already from the beginning, right? It's not like he
With
And
all
the
did
this
way
money he owed.
he badmouthed the president back then. Why would you ever think he would have respect for you,
Right.
your family,
Yeah.
his people in his cabinet outside?
So now they
like,
see, because it's always, oh, now I see.
Right.
Now I need to go and do, because there was a lot of people that didn't vote in that.
But he
election.
showed you
Right.
who he was. The
And
whole
that's not exactly
election.
what I was going to say. He
And
had already
before
showed
that,
us.
right.
It's not like he
So
got in office and then got crazy.
That's really on them.
Because there's a lot of crazy people that enjoy it.
Mhm.
Him and his antics.
fa-
And it's
Yeah,
brought
the
so many people
fascination.
out over the out. It's brought so much racism
yeah.
out over the
Yeah.
last 4 years.
Samantha, how you feel about this election? Mm-hmm.
This election brings up a lot, actually.
Yeah.
It brings up a sense of empowerment. Actually, it's good to see the community coming together and the
Yeah.
work that's going in to get people out to vote, and all these first-time voters.
Yeah.
Generation Z is on fire right now, and it's good to see that. But it brings up some anxiety because it's like, what do I look forward to? And I think my husband actually said it to me the best. He was like, it really doesn't matter who's in the seat. We still got work to do. He
Absolutely.
was like, so just get ready. So whoever wins, just get ready.
Right. Because at the end of the day, whoever's in the seat, we still have to make them accountable. We still have to make our local legislators accountable. We still have to demand what it is that we want. We can't just say, all right, well, you in the spot fix everything.
Work
Like, what is
continues.
everything or what is important to you? You have to go to your police stations, and you know what I'm saying? It starts from all that. So
Right.
definitely still have work that needs to be done. And I've been, like you said, you've been seeing the work a lot more lately, which I definitely respect. So
Just keep the keep the
momentum.
energy. Yeah, keep the energy.
Yeah.
keep it going, period.
Make sure our lives are not cliches, because that's look like it,
And
it
it's a
could happen.
hashtag.
Yeah, hashtag and
Absolutely.
a cliche. Black people death is not a trend.
Right.
Right.
It's a real thing.
Right.
There's real family members that are grieving over these people that are passing away, and
Right.
you know it's affecting their livelihoods and their lives. Like it's
I
not
just
just
seen,
let's start a protest because of this.
Right.
John Washington, is that Denzel's son? John?
Yes.
He got picked up by Netflix, and I guess the documentary is called Born to be Murdered.
Wow.
So I'm interested to see that.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
that sounds
That sounds
intense.
deep. I want to
Yeah.
see that.
What was that movie that came out in the movies and everybody was like, "Oh my god, it was so
The
like
hate you give.
yes, yes." And remember, everybody just was so touchy. Like, no, this is real life.
What we dealing with all
Y'all
the
look
time.
at this
With the little
yeah.
girl and the cop shooting the little boy.
Yes. Yep. I remember the movie theater was silent. You could hear a pin dropping. Like all the white people when they made sure they left. Like as soon as the movie was over. Like yeah, this is real.
It usually is silent when you
Always.
show them a representation of who they
What we-
are.
yeah.
Mhm.
And you would think that would make you like look in the mirror and change, but
Yeah. Some people.
some people get it, I guess, and then
It's
others
a car-
just
it's a-
don't
Deep rooted.
Right.
don't get it.
It's a conversation in the car on the way home, and then it goes back to regular old.
Life as usual.
Right.
Right.
Because if it doesn't impact you directly,
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
you know, and you feel like, no, I'm not part of the problem.
Mhm.
I got black friends.
Right.
Right. Oh, they love
And that
My boyfriend black.
and that's the thing, like saying like, you know, but you may just like that particular black friend, and you may
Right.
not even know exactly what that black friend goes through.
This is true.
Like I
Right.
had a conversation with my friends, and I was telling her some of the things that I think about when I leave the house or when I'm at a public place like a store and I'm being followed. And I'm like, I know you're following me because you think I'm stealing and such and such. And she was like, you think about that stuff? I'm like, yeah. She was like, why don't you ever? Why am I gonna tell you? Like it really sounds like about complaining. Like I'm telling you, yeah, I went to the store and they followed me again. Or even like if I'm pulled over by a cop, I have to take a deep breath or let me call somebody so that someone's on the line because I don't know what's about to transpire.
Right.
And I don't
This
think it's
stop.
enough to just be somebody's friend. Like that's not ally. Just,
Right.
just saying that you like black people. What are you doing?
Right.
What's your
Right.
actions behind that?
Right.
Right. Because that's not helping the cop that's in the precinct that's harassing people. And
Right.
everybody knows he's the harassing officer, but we're not going to say nothing because that ain't none of our
I
business.
always say it's the conversation that's had when that black
When I
friend
leave.
isn't there.
Yeah.
Right.
So I need you to be a representation. I need you to be an ally and a voice of reason when
Yeah.
I'm not there.
Right.
Right.
It's true. So y'all make sure y'all go and vote. We need to see some change.
Right. Speaking of change,
Mm-hmm.
we know that our Supreme Court Justice Ruth Ginsburg passed away about a month ago.
Yeah.
And her dying wish was to hold off replacing her
They didn't care
replacing
about
her
dying
seat.
wish.
Right.
Until after the election. But of course, they didn't do so.
Right.
It's took 2 weeks for the confirmation hearings.
That's crazy.
And 2 weeks for the confirmation hearings, and we already have a new Supreme Court justice. So
And apparently she has no experience, no real experience.
Right.
Yeah.
Like what was the hiring process?
I don't know. I guess she like went for one of the other seats that Donald Trump had filled, because this is like his fourth seat that he's third or fourth. I don't remember.
I believe third.
Within his one presidency.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess she like tried it for the last one, and then she got interviewed again for this.
when
this
did
seat.
he come into office? 2016.
Yeah.
Yep. So I think
So it's been like
this-
two. It's been like
this
3 or
might be
4.
his second seat because I
feel like
think
it's only
someone
2.
passed away in 2016.
Because Kavanaugh,
I'm about
right?
to see.
Right.
Was his
So
first
this is
one.
what happened the last time. The Republicans was like, no, we can't fill the seat. Let's wait till after the election. Those are the rules that we can't.
That was when Obama was
Okay.
the end of his term.
Right. So
Mm-hmm.
2016, and then they filled the seat afterwards. So I think it's only been, and Obama filled the seat. I think he filled one.
So when did Kavanaugh come in?
I feel like that was the beginning of Trump's presidency.
Yeah,
right?
because I'm sure
It was.
Right.
he had a controversy surrounding his accepting or
Yep.
being confirmed or whatever.
So
'cause
I think he was
the
2000
allegation.
Right.
He was 2016,
Yeah,
and this
Time
probably
be
is the
flying.
second
it
season.
do because I feel like that was so recent.
It really 'cause
Like
it's
wow, 4
damn.
years ago.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm disappointed, and it's crazy because all the Democrats boycotted the vote, and the rules are supposed to be you're supposed to have at least 2 Democrats there at the vote in order for it to be, legit. They literally bypassed that and just did what they wanted to do.
Yep.
So it's like the same energy that you had in 2016.
You should have kept it.
But you know what's crazy though? Obama's a person that is a person of knowledge and prestige and mannerism. So of course he's gonna say, all right, we're gonna wait. These white folks don't give a fuck.
Y'all got no clue.
And we don't have the don't give a fuck mentality. Like, you know what I'm saying? We always say, all right, we're gonna play by the book.
Right,
We're still
right.
gonna say, oh, I hope you feel better
Right.
when you get corona.
We have to.
Right.
Do we?
When they go low, we go high.
Enough of that shit.
Right. I might go higher, or I go. Well, I think I seen a meme. It was like I might go medium because just in case they think they got the wrong. They got
Just
the
like
wrong
when
one.
they had a VP debate, I was waiting for Kamala to put some black and put some
Yeah,
oomph
yeah.
in it, but
Her face was all the black they needed.
they coached her,
Yeah,
so she
I
didn't
know.
come across
As the
angry.
black
Right.
woman.
They did the same thing to Michelle Obama.
Yeah.
right. So
Right, when they was talking junk. So my thing is like, do we really have to? Or can we just say, I'm going to show my ass like y'all show
I feel like we just
it's
need
like
to
do
show
the
our ass.
action and then ask questions later. My manager
See
always
what
used to say
happens.
that. Yeah, like do it and then we'll ask questions later instead
Well,
of.
maybe, hopefully, Biden. I'm gonna speak to this. That Biden will
manifest it. Go
Me
ahead.
too. I got faith.
that
Oh,
he
yeah.
will become the next president, and so let them have their way. Y'all
Yeah.
do what y'all got to do, and we'll see.
Because it's like you respect them for being, proper, and this is what you're supposed to do.
Right.
But at the end of the day,
It's not getting nothing done.
and and now Amy is in there, and
Right.
it's like, all
Just
right,
she's
next.
gonna undo everything that Ruth set in
That's
place.
disgusting.
It is.
But just like the Democrats decided to boycott, I feel like this is a clear example of you trying to boycott the vote and not go and vote, and,
And
let
it
these
still wasn't
and let these
effective.
people come out in droves to get him elected a second time.
Right.
know.
Because you staying home, I'm boycotting, I'm not doing nothing. It's
still
not
ended
doing
up-
anything.
Mhm. It's
Not
still
That's
doing
just like
anything.
saying I'm not gonna vote.
Right, because it's not like they're gonna say, okay, well, you can stay home. We'll wait till you decide to come. We still gonna keep this show moving.
Right.
Either you gonna get your vote in or you not.
Did he say that he's not going to give another stimulus until he gets
After,
elected?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
He
Oh,
did.
y'all better not.
Right.
Yeah,
Be
he wants
holding
it
out
now.
Right,
for
because that
that.
$1,200 ain't gonna do nothing anyway.
And my
Right.
thing is, that's voter intimidation.
Right.
Oh yeah.
How is he? How I
It's
just
like
don't
blackmailing.
understand. I just in the last 4 years, I'm not understanding how he does and says
He's a
stuff
thug.
and
Uh-huh.
just gets away with
From
it.
New York.
And this is what I'm saying. Like,
And nobody
He's a
reprimands
corporate
him.
thug.
Nobody really says anything to him. How is he able to say that and that be okay?
Because he's white.
he got impeached.
Money and power.
He's
Right.
Still in,
You got
he's still in office.
It's still
Right.
in office. Right.
The
Like
fuck?
He's not conceding.
never
He
seen
says
it.
if Joe wins, so
Like who? That's such a brat. Like I'm not even.
he is a brat.
I'm not leaving the White
But
House.
the thing about it, I think people focus too much on him.
Mhm.
Right.
It's the people
You
who
give
are
too much
around
energy to
him.
him.
Right.
Mhm.
Like everything he's done, Republicans have they can say something.
Absolutely.
They don't agree, and a lot of them have said out loud,
Vocalized it.
yeah,
That
that
they
they don't
don't,
agree
right.
what's going on. But when it comes to
The party.
loyalty to the party
Yeah.
line, they have no integrity.
Exactly.
And that's the problem.
yeah.
That's a
It's like
personal
I'm still
statement.
gonna vote for my side. You get what I'm saying? Even though I know for a fact that my side is dead wrong right now.
That's a
Right.
perfect
Because they don't
statement.
want the other side to win.
and it
So-
shouldn't be about
Sides.
party so much,
Right.
but the values.
What's
like,
right.
Right. The platform that this person is running on.
Right.
Yeah.
Do
I
you
remember-
really agree with this?
I remember sitting in the dealer a couple months back, like before school was getting ready to start, and they were trying to figure out where we were gonna go open schools and all that. And I remember listening to CNN, and everybody's on CNN saying he doesn't understand, he doesn't get it, he's doing this. They're saying all the stuff that he's doing wrong,
Still
but
voting.
nobody's saying it
To
to
him.
him
Right.
or chastising him or saying
Trying to
we
stop
can't.
him.
We're trying to stop him.
But-
But y'all all know that he's doing
But
stuff
I
that makes no sense.
think even his own cabinet is sick of him and his ways because the last debate, he was a lot calmer. And I know they sat him down and was like, listen, you want to have that little tantrum you had the last time? You're not going to be president. So tighten up and get it together.
Stuff they
Because he
should
was
have,
very
conversations they
much-
should have been had.
Especially
He
with
was
your
very much more
mismanagement
polished.
of COVID.
Yeah.
Right.
You had ample opportunities to get ahead of it,
Right.
and you didn't.
The
And you're
funny
still
part-
low key in denial, and you talking about you're immune and all this stuff.
And even after, he just had a rally and was like, oh, they're bigging up the corona more than what it is, because doctors get paid extra if they have a patient that has COVID.
Like, are
he
you
literally is still saying that and still moving like that and still came out there with no mask on. Like, he's like, oh, Joe, you just want to sit in a basement for the next year or two? Like,
Yes, he did.
things
say
gotta
that.
gotta get done. Like, I'm just,
He's ridiculous.
Big Mass Joe.
yeah.
I
Like-
got faith that he getting out of
Things
here.
are gonna
Right.
change,
Me
yes.
too. And I hope when Joe gets elected, I really do hope that he put some of his running mates in his cabinet. Like, utilize the people that had different ideas that were your
Bernie
running
been
mates,
coaching
that are
him.
young.
Right.
Put them in your cabinet. I would love to see who's the guy that we liked.
Yang.
Yang. I would love to
Yang.
see Yang
Andrew
in your cabinet.
Yang.
Same.
And I would love to see who was the other guy?
The black guy?
No, not the black guy. Bernie. I would love to
Oh,
see.
yeah.
Give Bernie a job, please.
I
Definitely
would
put him in your
like
cabinet.
Elizabeth back in there somewhere too.
Just some vibes. We need all that energy.
Right.
Right.
And like Charlamagne said, being that Kamala is in there, we can demand a bit more, because it's like, sis, you had your Timbs on and you was doing all that. You was at
That
the
was
hip hop
cute.
awards.
You got your sorors
right.
behind
So
you.
run. Yeah, exactly. Come on, let's
but
run
those
it up.
wasn't real Tim.
Nah, they were.
Those are
They
the
were.
rich
Let's
people.
not get mistaken. When she
Yeah.
put the real Tims in, then it'd be
That's
like,
what it's
With
like,
the tongue
oh,
out,
okay.
with the tongue out. Those
Well-
are like the Tim Lows.
I'm done.
Well, with that being said, I'm rooting for all of you black folk. I'm rooting for you. I have faith that you guys are going to do your part, get to these polls, and exercise. I don't care which way you vote, because I'm
Right.
not saying it's not my job to tell you which way to vote.
Right.
But I have faith that I'm rooting for you, that you will vote for the person that is going to
That's
be
gonna-
the most beneficial to
you in your
black
life.
people. Because I
Yeah.
feel like a lot of these policies, they affect us the most.
Absolutely.
So I'm rooting for you guys. Get to the polls.
Get to the poll
You
and
got till 8
vote.
o'clock to get in line.
Yes,
Right.
exactly. And once you're even if you get there at 7:59, they can't close until you
as
make
long
your
as
vote,
you're in,
so,
yeah.
For anyone who didn't know, but I have the "You Tried It" of the week.
Tell us, sis.
So I was on Instagram, and it was a guy and a girl going to them little rinky dink phone places where they fix your iPhone for you. Because they ain't go to the real iPhone store. So they go in, and the girl's like, oh, I need you to fix my boyfriend's phone or whatever. So they're like, all right, come back in an hour. He goes in the back and opens up the inside of the phone, and there's a note in there that says, my wife wants me to fix my phone so she could see what's in it. Here goes $100. Tell her it can't be fixed. Thanks. So the guy's like, I don't know what I should do. Like, should I tell her? Should I just say, the phone can't be fixed? So he comes out and tells her, like, I'm just gonna be honest with you because it'll be on my conscience. This was in the phone or whatever. So she was like, he think he's so effing slick. She says, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna give you $200. Fix the phone. He was like, listen, I just don't want to be a part of this. She was like, oh, you're not gonna be a part of it, but he's slick. She was like, fix the phone. So I need to get a follow-up video to see if one, he fixed it, and two, what happened. But my thing is, if you don't need it to be fixed, you already know he's trying to be slick.
Right, because at that point, the
That's
fact that
gonna
you
be
trying to pay him
Was
to
he
not
black?
fix it would have been enough for
Yeah.
me.
Oh, the guy that snitched?
Yes.
No, he
No,
was
he
like
was-
Arab.
Yeah, he was
Because
like-
I'm like,
Middle
a brother
Eastern.
would have held it down for the brother.
I know. I see when Becca has tagged us, I looked at some of the other comments, and like it was some people that we know, like right there, talk about he's a bitch because and I'm like, I bet he is now.
No, but my thing is how you automatically assume that he wasn't gonna fix it and just talking about some thanks and put the $100.
Right,
So
he-
he done got
he tried it.
$300 because he got 100 from the guy and got 200 from the girl.
Yep, he
First of
definitely
all,
tried
I'm
it.
not giving you no $200. I don't need to see what those text messages need to
No.
say.
Right. 'Cause you probably already
Him
know.
coming
Right.
with that note confirmed.
Right.
That there's something. You don't even know what that
Right.
something is.
You're
All you
not
need to know
getting
is
my
that it's
money.
something.
Or I would have took it to a different store.
That's so slick.
But
Right.
if you have to work that hard,
Yeah.
right, just let it go.
Let it go.
Right.
Just let it go. And if I would have seen it as a girl, one, I'm not about to give up no 200. Like clearly
no.
you trying to hide something. that I don't want to see. So, all right, don't fix his phone.
Nah, if I was a technician, I would have held it down.
You would have fixed it?
If I
fix
was
If it
her,
was a girl, like a guy came in the store, if the roles, the
Were
sexes were
reversed?
changed,
Okay.
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 Okay,
I was a girl who said, "Listen, don't fix my
yeah,
phone."
I would have held it down for sis. I mean, I don't got nothing to do with it. Oh,
This
well,
is true.
Right.
extra $100.
Yeah, the guy did do the most by recording it and by coming
Putting
back
it on
out and
TikTok.
saying, "Well, I couldn't do this. This is what I found." Like you could have just said, "I couldn't do it." You didn't have to say because I found this note.
Right.
Like,
But he ain't one
was
lie.
doing
It was
most.
on his conscience. Seriously.
My brother.
Right.
I mean,
Samantha, what would you do?
as a technician,
Yes.
I would have been like, you know what, you dead wrong. I'm gonna take this $100,
Right.
but you're gonna learn your lesson.
Right. Absolutely.
And give him back his phone.
Right,
I
exactly.
don't have to fix it, but this $100 is mine. Y'all
Exactly.
extra rest.
Right.
Exactly.
I should have left his phone number or something. So I
Because
don't
I'm
know.
gonna be
He's
thinking
stupid.
about this all day, so I need this
Yeah, I need this
$100.
$100.
Exactly.
And it's karma is real.
Yeah.
You sit there and lie and say that you can't fix the phone when you know you can fix the phone, and the karma might come back on you.
No, but I have a you tried it. So I
Okay.
don't know if you guys see my story this morning.
No.
So it's this kid.
Oh,
he
yeah.
has like a diamond.
Oh yeah,
To praise to see if your diamond is real. So he's going
This little
around.
tool.
Right. He's going around like seeing if women's diamonds are real.
Or the teachers.
And like some women like, yeah, I know my diamond real. This is 20 years. And it's all like all of them was
Yes.
fake except for one. And I'm like, dang. And the women are calling their husbands like, my diamond fake? Like, you didn't tell me. I'm so embarrassed. I'm like, first of all,
Why you got this little kid? I would have been like, little boy, if you don't get
Mind
out of
your
here,
business.
right?
Mind
Your
your
mother
business.
ain't even got no ring. Like, get out of here.
I clip you.
but I'm saying
You
the
are not
husbands
gonna ruin
kinda
my
tried
happy
it.
home.
Like, you living a dangerous life.
But they might not know that it's not real.
Mm-hmm.
How do
That's
you
true,
truly
too.
know if it's not real or not? It could be a toy that the little boy got saying, "Oh, look, yours is fake."
Right.
Where did he even get it from?
Right.
But some of
Amazon.
them looked fake.
But
though.
what
Oh,
would, but what would make him say, I'm gonna go do this? Like, are your parents jewelers? Like, why
It
was
was
like
a little
kid
black
just
boy.
sitting there like, I'm about to go get me.
Was it like a teenager? Or he was like young.
It was like
Um,
middle school,
college.
beginning high school.
No, I felt like it was
Oh.
a college student.
You could get it
What?
from Groupon.
Right? Yeah, that's true. You probably
College,
could get
and
it
you
from
care
Groupon.
about-
Too much time on your hands.
Like, was this for research purposes?
I think it was high school or middle
TikTok.
school.
Oh.
But it was funny though.
No, it was funny. The conversation was like, I got this boy in my office telling me my ring is fake. And you thought tonight was gonna be me and you.
Oh,
a skit.
I mean, I would probably still. When I first get my ring, I'm gonna go and check and see.
I've
that
always
I feel
said
like most
that.
people do that.
I thought
That's
so.
petty.
That's not a
See,
standard.
That's petty.
That's not a standard.
We gotta ask the married one.
Right.
You're not getting married for the
This
ring.
is true. This is very
so
true.
If
Get
it,
us
if it
together.
all comes down to the ring, then that's the problem. My ring is real.
Disclaimer, right? Mine real, but if it's not real, you do it for love.
I don't know what I would do if I was in that.
I'm done.
I always told Power the Pen, I was like, if I get engaged, I'm getting it appraised.
That's funny. No,
Well, you
so
want to insure it, so
This is true.
not
Well,
bad.
when
That'd be the loophole.
I was dating somebody and they had got me a gift and the gift receipt was in the box, but I realized that he purchased the gift like kind of later than I wanted him to. So like we were celebrating Christmas or whatever. He got it like 2 days before we had our date and then he gave it to me. And I felt some type of way because I'm like, yo, you just went to the store and just got this Michael Kors watch.
This is like some information you just
I'm
don't
mad
need.
you had to say that.
Okay.
I know exactly who you were talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. See?
Remember, I was
yes.
real vexed. 'cause I'm
Okay,
like,
I remember.
Well,
So-
we've been talking about gifts for like you didn't put no thought into it. You just went to the store and got it.
Or he could have put thought into it and didn't
And
have the
then-
money
yeah.
to get it until 2 days before your
Right.
date.
Because the thing is,
Yeah, I'm gonna say too, just because I know he had the money.
Right.
the thing is for us, I know Rebecca, we know Rebecca, like, and I'm
It's
the
the
same way.
thoughtfulness.
Like, we plan months ahead. We get it like months in ahead. We're always thinking. So for you to get it 2 days, it's like you're not thinking about me. It wasn't on your mind.
It wasn't.
However, he probably didn't have time, or he's probably like, which one am I gonna get? Trying to decipher with
Whatever.
This is why certain
Or
information you don't
we
need to know.
cannot put our expectations on what we
This
do.
is true.
Yeah.
On what
on
I
other
do
people.
on other people.
And this is why you're here today.
to burst our bubble.
Right, because we need it. But yeah, I remember that. Remember, I was like, he just bought this.
But guys are so slow. Why would you leave a receipt in the bag?
It was a gift receipt.
But the gift receipt doesn't have
But
the
why
price on
It had the date and time.
But
I
why
don't worry
is
about how much
Rebecca
it was.
looking at the date and time?
I mean, I looked up how much it was too, but
Child.
I couldn't help it.
You couldn't help it.
I buy expensive things on
Good
sale.
times, good times. But yeah, I still got the watch. It's
Right.
It's a nice watch.
Still
Whatever.
works.
Right.
Great.
It still
Becky
works.
shit for real.
And I think it was because I always be late, and that's why he got me a watch. So I guess it was still.
So he got
thoughtful,
your watch late because you be late.
Keeping that same energy.
Right. That's good. All right, I'll take it. Anywho, we are here for a recap of our last episode. Samantha, thank you for that episode. A lot of people
Yes,
said that
definitely.
they loved it
Yes.
and it was so transparent to our listeners. And we just wanted to do a follow-up of that episode and, talk about what we learned and other things that we can do to continue on with
Sharpen our
the
tools.
the tools that we have. First of all, let people know where they can find you and what is your expertise. Have you been doing virtual
Therapy sessions.
I'm all telehealth right now. I'm 100%
Nice.
telehealth. I'm out of Bloomfield right now. New Chapter Counseling Services. You can find me on Instagram at new_chapter_Sam. I actually need to change that. I looked at it the other day. I was like, this is so corny.
It works.
But I'm still there. New content will be going up. And I specialize in maternal mental health. And
Nice.
also a young adult woman, I have to say that, in transition, different life transitions. So especially since COVID has started, I have, met with a lot of people with, transitioning how to deal with this.
Right.
Loss of jobs, loss of security in regards to racial trauma,
Mm-hmm.
relationships. Jeez.
Because they ain't in a house
sure.
together.
Yeah.
Well, it's that, and it's also
Not having somebody.
yes, not having anybody, and here comes online dating. So how to navigate that, because it is booming right now, and it's rush, and people are not being fulfilled and internalizing a lot of stuff.
Wow.
Like, is it me? So then it brings up all this abandonment, attachment issues that has always been there.
Yeah.
So it's just like, oh yeah, they have me working overtime. Yes. And I'm officially full-time because I had an agency job at one point, but I'm officially full-time private practice.
Yeah.
I am my
Shout
own
out to
boss
you.
as of September 11th. Why did I pick that date? But yeah,
September's a good month, though.
officially full-time.
That's
That's what's
amazing.
up.
That's
September
actually, dag, I didn't even think about that. The online dating and then it just a ripple effect of mad other stuff. So one key thing that when I was re-listening to our episode, you said we have to stop acting like we don't know each other. And how we were saying like, I don't even think we do know each other. Do you guys feel like we have gotten better with understanding each other and knowing each other?
I think
Since then?
so, and because I think we've gotten better with sharing too.
Yes. That's a
Like
good point.
you, especially. I think you share more often, so
Yeah.
I think we have definitely seen a difference
Because
in
you
that.
was the one who internalized a lot of things that was shut down. That's right. Oh, you were sitting on his side too.
That's how we were sitting. We kept the same formation.
Yes.
Yeah. How about you, Joe?
I think we've gotten a lot better.
You've been sharing.
So
You've been getting caught.
out of her, and then she shares.
right.
Whoa. Wasn't it my turn to give
Yeah,
mine?
right. I'm sorry. Yeah, I need to work on that.
Sis.
Still.
No, I think we've gotten a lot better with sharing collectively. We don't talk to each other as crazy as we used to.
Definitely agree.
It might be like a small
Jab.
sign of that there, but it's just like quick 1-2s and then we're out.
Like yesterday. That's
I
what
feel
I
like
said.
those-
That's what I said. I relapsed.
I feel like those quick 1-2s though are the 1-2s that we've always had within our relationship.
Yeah.
Right. But it hasn't been
But it's not crazy.
5, 6, 7.
Right.
Like,
We're not going for the knockouts anymore.
Right.
Right.
We had one big one, me and her on
Her is
on,
me, Becca. For
Yeah.
people, because
on our episode.
Was that
But that was that this year? Yes.
Yeah.
It was after I
Like
came
early
back from
in the
Florida.
year, right?
But was it before our therapy session or after?
No,
That was this year.
Yeah.
Like early in
It
the year
seemed long
before
ago.
everything
In
started
Mar-
to
it
shut
happened
down.
in March after I came back from Florida.
Yeah.
What was it? I
Um,
forgot. I know. I
don't
know
remember
made
what
you
it
mad,
was,
though.
but
so
I just
we were discussing something,
thought Jones
and I
got
was and I was telling her how
What
I
was
felt
it?
about
Oh,
it.
yeah.
And then
yeah.
she totally dismissed me, and she was like, "Anyways, thank you,
You tried
Joanne."
it as Joanne for wasting 10 minutes
Minutes
of
of
our
our
time.
time.
If you're a loyal listener, I'm sure you know what episode
Right.
that is
I
on.
need to find out what episode that was.
And I was just like,
I thought you was going to get up and leave.
Me too.
I was prepared for it.
I was prepared in my mind. I'm sitting here like, so am I gonna walk out, or am I just gonna sit here?
well,
But
we
I-
thought you was gonna walk off.
But I sat here, but I probably should have just walked off because I sat here and I was totally disconnected.
You
I
started
was-
the rest of the
stewing too, huh?
episode.
right, but then towards the end, I
What
checked
episode
back
was that?
in, but I
I'm
should
gonna
have
have to
just
look.
left.
I feel like it was before we had therapy, though.
No, it was
No.
after.
Oh.
It was definitely after.
But
I'm
other
still a
than
work in
that-
progress.
'Cause I remember that. I don't remember what episode it was.
Other than that, I think we've been pretty good. I think life changes
Mhm.
Yeah,
has brought us closer.
definitely.
Yeah, definitely. And we do our check-ins.
Yes.
Mhm.
We've been, Denny's been good with reminding us about the check-ins.
Yeah.
Like, oh, let's do a check-in. Like, how is
How
everybody
are
doing?
we? Yeah.
And everybody
So-
can, sit
And trying to
vent.
get together and stuff.
Yeah. We
Nice.
definitely have been a support system.
And we've been talking less about business within our group chat. So maybe
I wrote that down.
I feel like it's because of COVID.
Yeah.
too.
Right.
Like,
True.
Because like we slowed on the business, so it kind of
Right.
took a back seat, and then friendship took a front seat.
seat.
Like
Right.
it would be days that we'd be on video chat for hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially like early quarantine. We
Yeah.
used to
Like
that was our
5,
thing.
3-4 hours.
We
yeah,
everybody just
6
laying in
hour
bed, just talking.
conversations.
about
Nice.
like everything.
Everything.
People coming in and out.
Right.
Right.
Like, oh, I gotta go do something. Oh, y'all still in here? All right, cool.
That's the best thing that actually happened with COVID.
Yeah.
Slowing down.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, so all the busy, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, I see you again.
Right.
Yeah.
You're a human.
It's
Oh,
true.
I
Because
like you.
Yeah.
Right. That's a great point because I didn't even realize that was kind of like what made the shift happen.
Yeah.
That's a great point.
Because it's like we couldn't host gigs anymore. So it wasn't like we were going to these
Make
events and
money.
networker events and doing this and doing that. It's literally we record
Just us.
and then it's just us.
Yeah.
That's what y'all needed. Y'all needed to get
Yeah.
back to the basics.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. Absolutely.
And life happened.
Yeah.
Mhm.
A lot of life happened.
A lot of life has
Back to
happened.
back life.
Yeah, like passings of people that we love.
At the same
I
time.
got pregnant.
Around the same time.
Yeah. Trell started a whole business.
Yeah.
Went to school and started a business.
Yeah, it was a lot of life happened. So I feel like all of us personally let life and friendship be first and then the business.
Yeah.
Where we were pushing so hard to make the business,
Business,
such
yeah.
a big priority and forgetting life.
Yeah.
Right.
It was like a halt.
But we're learning.
And we
We're
worked on
learning.
our individual selves.
Yeah.
I went
Yeah.
to therapy, and tried to discover things about me
Mm-hmm.
and try to work on me so I can be a better person in a group.
Mm-hmm.
So I think COVID definitely made us stop and look at ourselves
Absolutely.
Definitely.
deeper.
Absolutely.
And then like getting pregnant. My uncle passed, and then 2 days later, I found out that I was pregnant. So like it was just a whirlwind. And then learning how to not only think about myself, but think about this other being that is on the way, on top of his father, and on top of how do I say the right thing so it doesn't come off choppy. And I've used that throughout my friendships, everything, family, everything. Like,
Right.
let me sit first and be not politically correct, but try to fluff it
Tone.
as much as possible so it doesn't come off as aggressive.
So you
Yeah,
could be
'cause-
heard.
Yeah.
'Cause
Right.
I remember it was like, she's direct. She just say what I don't have time. I just say it. It's like, yeah, you say it, but ain't nobody listening to you.
Right. Because I done pissed them off so much that even when I'm right about the argument, it's because I said it in that way. It'll be like,
Right.
you're hard to come to. So
Yeah, we've gotten so much better with that, with like the snapping at each other. We don't butt heads as often,
Right.
as much as often anymore.
yeah.
It's much more relaxed.
Yeah,
Right.
it's been for me personally, because I do remember at one point before I think we had the therapy session, I had said to them in one of our meetings, like, I don't want to continue to do this if it's gonna be just like it's
Aggressive.
exhausting.
Right.
Mhm.
And I can honestly say that I haven't felt that way since
Right.
therapy.
Yeah.
Now looking back on it, we were like,
Sharks.
Aggressive.
Yes.
Shark Tank.
yeah.
For real. No.
I don't know.
And I'm sitting here like,
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
I know.
I think it was a lot going on at
Right
the
there,
time,
yeah.
and on top of the fact was it was still new. This was still new to us, so
Yeah.
it just was us just trying to navigate everything. And I think we kind of like dived head first into everything we were doing, and
Because
we
we were
was, like,
so
hit the ground
passionate.
running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's back to COVID.
'Cause we
COVID
just
just
wanted
made
to be
us
the
chill
best.
a little bit.
A hidden blessing.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
No, honestly.
And we definitely have healed from traumas that we had back then
Yeah.
that we were dealing with at that particular time. So
Yeah.
a lot of healing has gone on.
Definitely.
When I
And
It's
listened to it,
ongoing.
when I listened to it earlier when I was grocery shopping, I'm like, did I change? I do share
so.
more, but
Yeah.
I'm still withdrawn. Like I'm still like,
Yeah, you're
To
still to
myself.
yourself, but you
But you
definitely
had a lot happen this year too.
right. You had a whole lot happen, and even still within all of that happened, I still felt like you still have gotten better because you do share more. We might not know how you're feeling all the time, but we kind of got like an idea.
gist,
Like
yeah.
we're not like we don't know what's going on. Whereas before it was kind of like we don't know what's going on with you.
Because I think sharing was the most important thing, that our most important complaint. Like we
Yeah.
don't feel like we know what's going on because you don't say anything.
Right,
wanna
because
make
when we
sure
know
you're
what's
straight.
going on, we
Right.
know how to receive. Like if you snapping at me, I know that you got
going through
shit going on. Like I get it. I think it helps us to deal with each other and give each other grace more when we don't have to know everything. I don't feel like we have to know the ins and outs,
Right.
but having some kind of idea of what is happening makes a
Right.
huge difference in how we can navigate the friendship.
Yeah.
I feel like we didn't give each other grace before. And
Right.
it just,
Right.
like, although we all had stuff happen this year, that kind of, like, I guess, warranted grace. Even
Right.
though last year,
Right.
like, we still needed time
That's
for
true.
whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
That's true.
just being a mom and stuff and going to work, and that shit's
Right.
tiring in itself. And
Right.
sometimes you just don't want to be
Minus all
bothered.
the other shit.
Right.
Yeah. And I just don't think that we were giving each other grace then. But
Right.
now, like, so much has happened where we feel like, oh, it's okay to give
Absolutely.
each other that space and time to process.
But the
or deal
grace
or
should have been
whatever.
there, period.
It should
Right.
have.
Because
But I think
it
right.
hit us all.
That's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say. We've all needed it this year. I think more. So I think it's like I need it. So it's like now I'm kind of understanding how I
Yeah.
should have been. I should have been
Right.
more graceful
right.
with you or whatever.
And because we've been just so hip to just getting everything done all the time. You get what I'm saying? Like it's like, oh, we always gonna get this shit done. You know what I'm saying? So this year with all the things that have happened, like you said, it was like, all right, let's tone it down. So if somebody misses a post or something like that, it's not like, well, we should have had it, da-da-da.
Right.
It's like, all right, whatever, life goes on.
Right.
and make sure I hear what you're saying. Like you feel. It sounds like you're saying that you feel like you still have room for growth in regards to sharing.
Oh, I'm going to therapy, sis.
Oh, okay. and that that's good. Work on yourself. Self-awareness is the best gift you can
Yeah,
give
absolutely.
yourself.
Yeah.
Knowing yourself and then doing something about it. But
Right.
be kind to yourself.
Right.
Because we're all in different places in our life. So if it takes a little bit more for you to pull out, as long as you're trying,
Right.
that's
what
fine.
I'm-
And as long as yes, this is your group, your core group of friends, but if there is somebody on the outside that you feel comfortable with, then that's okay for you to share with them.
Right.
Let
Absolutely.
them know, like, hey sis, this is what's going on, but I feel more comfortable with so-and-so to talk more about this with. That's
Right.
fine.
Oh,
So yeah, be kind to yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for me, honestly, talk to somebody. You know what? It don't have to be me. Like I said, I don't feel like I need to know everything, the ins and outs. I just want all of us to be well. So if
Yeah.
that means you gotta talk to somebody that's not me, that's perfectly fine. Just
Right.
talk.
Yeah. To someone.
And then let people know you're okay.
Right.
I think that's one
Yeah.
thing people do to shut all the way down. Yeah, I'm talking to somebody, but we're looking at you and you just look like I'm sorry. We're looking at you. You look like a blank wall.
Right.
It's like, no, say something. Just let us know you're all right. If
Had
you're
a few
not,
blank wall
let us
moments.
know you're not all right.
Right. No, I definitely understand. So we have on here how major life events can change friendships.
Mm-hmm.
We had a lot that happened this year, like a whole lot. And I think it didn't change it in a bad way. It changed it, like they said, in a more grace way and being more understanding of each other and being sensitive to each other. Yeah. It was a lot.
The
this
value
year.
of life is one thing that became very clear.
Yes,
during
and
this
that's
time.
exactly.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I think it kind of propelled us to be better friends to each other.
Yeah.
Because, we had a lot of stuff going on that we had our friend pass in 2018, and that was like a thing for us where we had to come together and figure out how to navigate that. But then we dealt with Danny losing people, Becca's pregnant, and I think that kind of propelled us forward and being better friends and
Right.
being more supportive to each other and what each other has been going through. So,
Because that shit hit me. You would have thought that was my man, honestly.
Absolutely,
Because
like-
it literally took a lot.
absolutely.
So, and then Uncle Gregory, we was all his diva nieces, so
Right.
it's just like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And
And then
COVID,
boom.
we got to be in lockdown and deal with these emotions.
Yeah.
Ugh, yeah,
So what's such a gift to grieve together
yeah.
and
Honestly.
not having to be by yourself.
Honestly.
I remember, like, I don't know if I said it to y'all, but I know I posted, like, I don't want to be bothered.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
These niggas show up at my house.
Yes, that's what you.
I was like,
Listen,
We
give
give
her
her
3 days. Because the first day when she told us, we was all
Like,
like,
okay,
what,
we'll
we coming
respect
over,
it.
and she was like, no, I don't want to be bothered. Cool.
we gave her 3 days.
Give her a couple days. We was like, we showing up. We all knocking up. We
like-
on the porch. Open the door.
I
we
love
was
that.
scared. So
We
intrusive.
was definitely scared. We was definitely
But how
scared.
did that feel afterwards?
I was like, oh, that was nice.
Yeah.
Like, I guess I
We didn't
You
stay
didn't
long.
know that you needed
in that
it.
moment, you don't realize.
Right.
But hindsight is 2020.
it was
for sure.
a distraction for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't stay long.
Right.
We did our job. We did. and we was hiding. I was like,
Right.
I'm not being the first.
She
And
gave,
then
she
had
had
a whole
Alicia on
attitude.
the phone.
Yeah, yep. We had her friend Alicia from North
Yep.
Carolina on the phone. Like, we pulling up to Danny because
Right. It was a group effort.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
gave us a whole attitude. She didn't say nothing, but we knew the attitude was
Yeah.
there.
But once
we didn't
we
care
got-
because
once
we
she-
love you and we here. That's
Once
what-
she sat
that's
down,
what it
she
is.
started to talk. So she didn't
Yeah.
know that she needed that, but we knew that she
we
needed
said we
that.
giving her 3 days, my nigga.
Absolutely.
I love it.
And
Yeah.
then my grandmother passed away in like June.
Yep.
And then Becca was like, because I was like, can't say everything.
Mhm.
But I was like, Beck, like,
I
say it's
helped her
not
with
true. And then she was like, I'm sorry, Dean. I was like, damn, like,
Yeah, it was a lot.
yeah, it
What
was a
else?
lot.
And I was at work like, so, life is crazy.
Right.
But I'm happy that we, like you said, we were able to get through all of it together. And come to each other, when we need it. And then just come to each other just to distract ourselves, from whatever it is that we're going through.
Healthy
But
Because
distraction.
it definitely
Right.
helps. It has definitely helped.
It's good to have healthy moments.
Yeah.
Because we concentrate so much on negative moments that happen in our life that we forget that there's pockets of moments that are, actually it's more than pockets. There are great moments that we dismiss.
Yeah.
So it's good to create those memories, even in the midst of tears.
Right.
That, I have people around me to support me, that loves me, that's willing to just be there, even if I'm not saying anything to them.
Right.
It's just great. So remember those moments also.
And being comfortable to actually have those moments and cry and be
Yeah.
vulnerable with those people.
Mm-hmm.
Especially a nigga like me, because I be acting like I'm fine all
Same.
the time.
Same.
I
Honestly,
think
all
all
of
of
us.
us do.
All of Rebecca.
All of us do, literally.
Confession.
But life changes will. I feel like it could like low key make or break your because
Yeah.
it's like that. Like death is a bad thing.
Yeah.
And although like some good could come of it, it's like a negative thing to bring people together. But there's also being pregnant and becoming a mom. Like that's a whole life change too. Because
Yep.
Yeah.
stuff is about to change for her.
Yep.
Bruh.
And like say like you're the first one. You're not the first one, but say like you're the first one to have a baby in a group of friends because we're not we're talking about ourselves, but you know, talking for you guys too. Like if you're the first person in your group to have a baby, it's like
It's different.
You don't. Yeah,
You're
it's not the
ostracized,
same.
like-
Yeah, right.
you
It's
can't
not the
do
same
everything.
energy. Right. You have way
And you
more
have
people
to-
understanding when you're the third or fourth or fifth.
Shut
person.
up.
And this is why.
So this is okay. I'm so happy you said that because sometimes with certain life transitions, the group could start splitting some. It's like, oh, so I could relate. We could
The
relate
ones
on
with the
being
kids
parents,
versus
you know, and then the others are like, so I can't relate.
Right.
Now it's 3 and 1. Well, at this table, now it's
Right.
gonna be 3 and 1. I'm be out here like, yeah, I don't understand this mommy life.
Well, I mean, get prepared since you
Soon comes.
since you got a whole boyfriend now. No,
Wow.
But no, like your role, or you know, the ones that don't have kids, your role is just as important. Just be
Oh, yeah.
careful not to shift into that because
Yeah.
I've seen it happen in so many groups. Like, oh, we've had this life transition, whether it's a divorce or a loss of a
So you
loved
cling
one.
to the people
Yes,
that's-
that has something in common with
Right.
you.
right.
So be careful with
Even
that.
marriage.
Yeah, even with
the
yes,
married friends.
dating. You know, single friends, we're like, bump
Yeah.
them. We ain't got time.
Right.
So it's
I don't got to ask for permission. I'm gonna just go. Yeah.
I'm like, all right.
So yeah, just watch out for that because it doesn't have to shift.
Yeah, I
Right.
think that's why it's so great having real, genuine friends. I know for me, like I love the fact that I know at the end of the day, regardless of how many times we butt heads or how many times we must fight, we might fight and fight. My friends is gonna be there. Like if I need them, they're gonna be there.
Right.
Because, like you said, them it could make us split. But
Mm-hmm.
like I was a teen mom, for example.
He a whole adult.
Becca
now.
was my best friend, and I was looking at something not too long ago about how like people like relationships change, and you know you see stuff like that. Like the parents be like, "You're not going to her baby shower. You're not gonna be her friend no more because she
Right.
fast." or whatever.
Oh gosh.
So I was just like, I never had to deal with that then, and then even now, like when we do have these things going on amongst us, it doesn't. It never pushes us apart.
Right.
I feel like it always has brought us together over the course of our friendship. Out of everything that happened,
Yeah.
when Danny got pregnant, business getting started, relationships ended. I feel like
Yeah.
we've all still kind of been reachable.
I've been a lit aunt for mad years.
Now you're gonna be a lit mommy.
For real though. Yeah, I'm thankful for that, right? Because we haven't allowed that. Or we'll be like, all right, we know you a mom. Make sure you get a babysitter on such and such date. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Because we out.
Right.
And then being understanding if they can't come, you know,
Right.
based on whatever reason, and not holding it against them like, oh, they
Responsibilities.
stay not coming. Yeah, so it's a blessing.
Now it's gonna be you.
Oh, I'm gonna find a way there.
She's gonna be on her back.
So good. Okay, because Dom definitely bought me the African rap thing, so he'll be right on my shoulder. Like, you good? All right. Terminal got daycare or not? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
No, what if clubs did that for real?
They would make money.
That would be so bad.
They would make some money.
No,
They would
but
make some money.
nobody
These
would
would
watch
never be
your
whole.
panel.
That's an untapped business.
Yeah.
Hey.
Find you a nice building with some clean,
Right.
you know,
And
back
give us a
room somewhere.
percentage. 'cause you
I
heard
actually
it
know
here.
somebody that was doing a 24-hour daycare, and people dropped them off to go to the club.
But what if they try to come get their kid like
while
all
they
drunk?
No, I think
But
they
you
came
can't
back
say
in
you
the morning.
can't.
I think they came back in the morning.
First of all, I wouldn't pick if I'm leaving my kid with you because I'm about to go out. He's just gonna stay there.
Yeah, okay, until the morning.
I'll get him in the morning.
Or my mother will be coming to pick
First
him
of
up.
all, you
somebody-
right.
or
Somebody
somebody
be a
else.
standard.
Yeah.
Like if you drop him off, like
You got
we,
breathalyze them.
we know that you're going out.
Even if you weren't going out, like if you're dropping them off late in the evening, you don't want to like
And
bring them
sleep.
back out the house late, anyway, especially if they're young kids.
That's a
Right.
old person. Like the baby sleep. Like you ain't coming to get this baby at
Uh-huh.
3 o'clock in
Oh,
the
yeah.
morning.
You
That's
must
the
really
truth.
love kids to be around them 24
24-hour
hours.
daycare. So
Were you a teacher?
And ain't not 24 hours.
and she don't got no like young kids in her life that she
Right.
do it on a
I go
regular.
home and take a nap. I don't have kids home.
She love her naps.
You still take the naps?
Girl.
Lately I've been so busy, like going to the gym
Okay.
after work because I can't wake up in the morning.
Mhm.
So I've been so busy.
So have you been going? This is a sidetrack. Sorry, y'all. But like you do you feel the need to? Because now
Take
you're
a nap?
exercising. So,
Yeah. A nap is always needed.
okay, Rashad.
The stuff that I gotta deal with, people I gotta deal with in my day. Yes,
It's exhausting.
She loved her nap.
Yes,
She loved her
I
naps.
need it.
So, any tools you could give us to maintain the progress in which we have gotten so far?
Because, therapy doesn't work unless you do the work.
Absolutely.
True story.
Meeting halfway.
Get that on a t-shirt.
Okay.
What advice
You
would I
got to get
give
merch,
y'all?
by the way.
Child.
Dr. Sam's
Y'all pray-
merch
y'all
soon
pray for
come.
me and my business. But I love to hear, Mike. I love to hear everything that you guys are doing, and I will encourage y'all to keep doing that. Continue to work on that communication, because even with that, just know you're human, so you're gonna have human moments,
Right.
and that's fine.
Okay.
As long as there's a repair, go back.
Yeah.
Don't just leave it.
I've been doing that too.
So
What?
If I say something that has offended someone, going back and saying, I understand that my delivery wasn't the best, so I apologize on how I delivered it, but
I meant what
the
I
fact
said.
remains. Right, exactly.
We've been all about accountability.
I
We've
said
been,
what I said.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
low
been a
key.
thing.
Yeah.
It's been a thing.
And every time if it's among us, we'll be like, Dr. Sam said, well, we'll be
Oh,
like,
listen.
we'll
Your name was
We
like,
was doing that a lot.
yeah. Like, remember.
one thing, and I've been telling everybody this, but it was a great experience for me. One thing that I recently did with my group of friends, it was a group of us, not a lot, within COVID regulations.
Okay.
Let's
clarify that.
Right. We took a trip together
Nice.
just to get away. We went to Maine. It was so
Oh,
beautiful.
Yes.
And we made ourselves kind of like pause and take in nature. Sit and talk and reminisce and just be without distractions.
Because we
That's true, 'cause we
travel,
actually-
but we do a turn up thing.
Yeah.
We
Right.
don't do
Not
it.
even
We've
that we
never
just do
done
the
a
turn up
relapse.
thing. We
Right.
haven't had no trip where it was just us.
That's true.
We've never traveled and
Yeah.
it's just been just the four of us, just to relax. Like the last time it was just the four of us, it was for business, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't
Charlotte.
just the four of us.
And it still wasn't just the
Uh-huh.
four of us. We had somebody else with us.
And we still turned up.
And it
we
was a
still turned
purpose.
up.
Like, it wasn't
just to go and just be.
Right.
Right.
We're
Yeah.
So
getting out.
we do need to make time for that. Just the
Yeah.
four of us to just go and just relax.
Like a
Just
retreat.
Yeah. To connect and just reminisce and just enjoy each other.
Mhm.
Even if y'all turn up within each other, with each
In the
other,
house.
but
Yeah.
at
In the
least
hotel
it's you
robes.
guys,
Yeah.
and without other distractions. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
taking those moments in those times to just make sure y'all continue to reconnect and enjoy each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enjoy your friendship because it's rare.
Yeah.
sometime next year we'll get it popping.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Because we
That
need it.
sounds
Because
so
we all
good.
going through
That does
withdrawal.
sound
I'm like, ooh, we can go
I know
here.
seeing now, like my mind already run like,
Me
I'm
too.
just a baby.
I'm
We
just
can get an
thinking,
Airbnb.
I'm just
Yeah.
thinking me in the hotel room, jumping on the bed, in the
robes, champagne,
drinking champagne.
R&B vibes. R&B
I know we are overdue for a sleepover.
Bob
We did an
vibes.
Airbnb facing the mountains.
Oh,
That's
And there was
amazing.
like a little fireplace out, and we were listening to jazz music
Was it
and
summer?
drinking tea. No, it's just like 3 weeks ago.
Oh,
okay.
nice.
So it's
And
cold
Maine
up
is
there.
so
Yeah.
nice. Right,
So
right,
we
right.
were bundled up
Chilly
on the porch
peaceful.
doing this.
Chilly and
cardigan.
All right.
right.
Calendar.
Fashion. Make it
Let's talk about what we about to wear.
Because I'm ready to go.
That sounds really.
I'm ready to go. That's what we doing for our
relaxing.
Did you guys
anniversary.
drive?
Yes. we
Oh,
did.
for our
I'm not driving. I'll meet you out
anniversary.
here.
That sounds
Yeah.
really
But
nice.
Yeah, take that time
Yeah.
to, be
You know
together.
what? Anniversary vibes.
It's our anniversary.
Yeah.
Good
That'd be
time.
nice. Yeah.
I know we still got to have an event,
Oh yeah, of course.
especially because our event got canceled this year.
I
Yeah.
know.
Well, hopefully
Hopefully
we'll be
we can
in a
have an
better
event
standing
next
because
year.
now we're back in faith too.
Right.
Yeah.
We still maybe able to finagle something.
Yeah. that'd
Lord
be dope.
willing.
And one thing to keep in mind, because yes, COVID has slowed things down, but eventually things are going to pick up again.
Right.
This
I
is
had
true.
that in my notes too.
So it's one, you have to remember your foundation.
Mhm.
I know I talked a lot about that last time.
Yeah.
So you have your foundation. You have to remember it because there's
Right.
going to be a lot of distractions. There's going to
Fast
be
pace.
gigs and things coming up. There's going to have you go, 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 go.
Right.
You have to be intentional
Yeah.
with
That's
slowing
my
down.
word.
Right. Right.
It's like you have to, because it's so easy to get distracted. And your hierarchy. Business should never be one.
Right.
It should.
God first.
So create the hierarchy. I can't tell you what your hierarchy is, 'cause I'm
Right.
not the person to tell you, but you could consider what that is to you. So if it's your religion, that being number one. If it's
Family and
friends, business,
Yeah.
cultivate those things that are going to support you the most,
Right.
and then everything else just falls
in
under
place.
it.
Yeah.
It's true. I agree.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we were just so like we
just wanna win.
Yeah.
And, I get that, especially being full-time business now. And one thing that has been coming up for me that I've been doing like self-checks is that don't chase the money.
Yeah.
Don't lose your focus on what you want to do and how powerful you want it to be. Just taking everybody. It's just like, no, like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And then you have no fulfillment,
Yeah.
no
Right.
joy in doing what you're doing.
Right.
So it's like, no, make sure you stay focused on what you're doing, period.
Yeah.
Period. Poop.
That's
Period.
definitely a word.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for enlightening us and giving us confirmation that we are still on the right track.
Yes.
It doesn't go unappreciated. We really,
Yeah, we're so grateful for
truly,
you.
yes, you're
Yeah,
so
we had to do a
amazing.
follow-up for ourselves and
And
for
for
our
the
listeners.
listeners.
Yeah. I know, because I know they probably was like, dang, that junk was spicy. And then they just went off to regular business as usual.
They loved
I
it.
Well,
need
you
to
have to
take-
give time. Like,
Yeah.
you have to implement things
Yeah.
and give things a chance to change.
They're like, I need to see what's good with them now. Like,
Right.
where
Yeah,
are they now?
They probably like, what's going on with them? I see them still together. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, we're so raw, but I think that was good for people to hear and
was.
see that dynamic. For one,
Yeah.
it made y'all so human.
Yeah.
It's so relatable. It's just like, oh, now I'm her and her. It's like watching episode of Girlfriends. And I'm like,
Right.
oh, I'm Joan, and that's another. So it's like,
Yo, that's so
They
funny.
too. They too.
Right. So I think that's what the gift y'all gave everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in return, y'all took the challenge of like, let's improve
Helped
us.
ourselves. Yeah.
And I think that's great.
Yeah.
Like, congratulations and kudos to you guys.
Thank you.
And thank you
Yes.
Love
for
you
dealing
guys.
with it. Because I know you were sitting here like, these chicks
Are crazy.
Woo. Like, woo.
And can you imagine if you had us in your office and we wasn't on
gosh.
the mic?
Right.
It would have been 10 times
It would have
worse.
been even more.
Right.
I would have been like, I'll be right back.
You like, so like, I need to meet with y'all separately.
Wait, where's Samantha?
Right.
Probably would
We
have never
wouldn't even known you
noticed.
left.
I know she left. Right.
Would have been our usual business meeting.
Yeah. Oh my Lord. That's so funny. But yes, thank you so much.
Yes.
Let them know again where they can find you.
You can find me. My website will be up and running soon. And that would be www.newchapterservices.com. But right now, you can find me on Instagram at new_Sam. No, it's not.
New
_chapter_Sam.
Harry can follow her before she change it.
Yes, exactly. And it'd be so much.
What's the future going to be like for you? Now you're a doctor, you're full time. Are you going to open another site maybe? And go a few
In
days
New
a week?
Haven?
Well,
Or closer to New Haven?
Uh-huh.
Because finding a black female therapist is
It's
hard.
very
out here.
hard.
Shout out to mine.
Right.
Right.
Shout out
Which
to
is
Auntie.
yours.
Right.
So I've always said, even when I, first started think about being a therapist, I was like, you know what? I want to serve single moms in a big light, because I was a single mom.
Yeah.
And I was a young single mom. So when I hear like teenage moms and things like that, I was 19 when I found out I was pregnant. And I remember a lot of things that I went through. And a lot of it was because I wasn't ready mentally.
Yeah.
And I want to develop something geared towards those women. So
Super important. They need it.
That's
I-
dynamic. Yeah.
pulling
awesome.
research and coming up with a curriculum and just really putting something together for them. So just look out for things like that coming through. I want to start some groups, especially when it comes to relationships, but more of talking about abandonment and attachment, because a lot of it is coming up, and a lot of people don't realize, like, why do I cut off people so fast? I have no tolerance for this or that.
Sis.
So it's it's really like finding out like what's your story.
Yeah.
You know, what's your roadmap in life? Who were the people who created it that you have been following so blindly that you didn't even realize? You're talking about this is me. It's not you. It's not your stuff. You have adopted other people's stuff and made it yours. So now you're navigating life with that. So now you have to change that.
Oh, we get into the good stuff.
So
I'm excited for you.
Yeah,
that's
me
definitely
too.
needed.
It's
Yes.
definitely needed. I'm gonna give you a name too after that you could connect with that does a lot in New Haven too. That'll be a good plug.
cool beans.
Yeah. Look, I'm thinking now like, ooh, that'll be great.
Yeah, it sounds really exciting. I'm excited to see all that's coming at New Chapter.
Whew, that right there
Whenever
was like,
All
woo.
right. I was
You
like,
should start a podcast.
whenever you need us.
She
you know.
like, girl,
Right.
right? You're doing too much.
Adding something else to my
I'll
schedule.
stick to my lane.
Or even if you do like a 10-minute like nugget type of thing.
Yeah, you too.
TED Talk or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there are podcasts that are like, because I know that there's one that
Like
I
a
listen to
5
that's like
minute
20
under.
minutes or 15 minutes.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think the Black therapist, female therapist one, that's only a few minutes too.
Mhm.
Oh, I didn't even know they had one.
Little nuggets, but yes, yeah, we got a positive vibe. We
Okay.
didn't forget.
Rewind.
Joe, give us our positive vibe.
So my positive vibe today is moving forward. So today's the first time back in the Tabernacle. I haven't been in church since like March. So today was the first time back, and moving forward actually has been I've been having these conversations with people in my life about moving forward in certain relationships and like in life. And so when my pastor today was like, you have to cut the top.
You can't even stay focused.
You have to cut the tides of your past and you have to move forward. And she was like, this is the theme of this year is moving forward. And I was like, yes, sis, I was in the vein. So that is the positive vibe, moving forward. And that's one of
Moving
Beck's
forward.
favorite thing to say.
Uh-huh.
Moving forward.
Moving forward.
So moving forward.
That needs to be the name of this episode.
We have sustained 11 months of some wild stuff in
Craziness.
2020. And
Right.
the whole time we have been moving
Moving forward.
Yes.
So thank you, Jill.
Keep
No
pushing.
problem.
We love you guys.
Get those votes in.
Press towards the mark.
Bye.